Cold emails are truly life-changing, and I will stick by it till the day I die. Well, I say this from my own personal experience. When I started my freelancing career, when I restarted my freelancing career, in fact, 6 months back, the first client that I got was again through a cold email. And it's not just me. An entrepreneur named Dilip Kumar secured a seed funding for his startup by cold emailing Nitin Kamath, an ordinary entrepreneur getting in touch with a billionaire just by sending them an email. Now, most people face two problems when sending a cold email. Either they don't know the email of the person, they don't know how to get the email of the person, or they just don't know what to write. So if you're facing the first problem, I've already made a video which will solve this problem for you. So check it out via the link in description. But if you're facing the second problem, and a lot of people do actually, this video is for you. I am Ismail Sheikh. I'm a digital freelancer and I've worked with 20 plus clients so far and helping their e-commerce brand grow with Facebook and Google ads. So I send close to 10 to 20 cold emails almost every week, or sometimes even higher than that, which is why I think I am kind of the right person to talk about this topic because of my experience sending these emails. So if you're interested in this topic or anything related to freelancing or career in general, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. So any good cold email has these three things. Number one, it provides value. Number two, it is personalized. And number three, it has a good crisp. But before we get into all of that, let's first understand the mindset of sending a cold email. So the first thing to understand about cold emails is that the person you're reaching out probably gets a lot of cold emails, right? People get a lot of it and people don't have time for it. So if you're not providing value or if you're not adding value, there's no use of using it. And also remember not to take rejection to your heart, right? That is the number one rule of selling anything in this world. Don't take rejection to your heart. Don't focus on the 9 people who did not reply. Focus on the one person who replied, and you will have a happy life as a salesperson. So now let's understand what makes it a good cold email. And the first part is providing value. This is where majority of the people fail. If you want the other person to reply, your cold email should have some value for them. You know, the person should read and realize, oh, I really need to respond to this because this is very important for me. And if you're not doing that, there's no point in sending the cold. This is where most people fail because they end up being too needy or begging basically. Sir, please give me a job. Sir, I will do this for you if you give me a chance. And it doesn't work like that. You have to be firm with them and you have to show value and show that talking to me will be beneficial for you. I will give you an example. Most people write cold emails like, sir, I'm a graphic designer, please hire me. I am very good at it as a person and I'm very disciplined. Instead, what you should say is, I will create graphics, contextual graphics that will help you increase your engagement rate on Instagram by at least 60%. You see the difference? They really need to respond to this email if they're interested in growing their Instagram page. The second most important thing to make it personalized. See, let's be honest, you and I, or anyone else for that matter, no one likes spam. We don't like getting bombarded messages from companies. And when you send a very generic templated email, it looks like it's coming from a robot or it's just plain junk. Which is why to counter this, the first line of my email, I make it personalized. I talk about the person to make sure that they know that it's not coming from a bot or some random company. It's coming from someone who cares about them. Now, it's fairly simple to make it personalized. What I usually do is I just go up to their LinkedIn and see what they've posted recently, anything, any life update or anything that I can talk about. Or if it's some famous CEO, you can literally search them up on Google and you'll find some new article regarding whatever. A good example of this can be, let's say, hey Tim, I saw that you guys opened up a new outlet in Bangalore. Congratulations on the 5th outlet. It's a big deal for a startup, right? So something that this shows the person that, okay, this is not a bot. This person has actually read about me and it's connected to me in some way. Plus, it's always good to congratulate someone and set a good tone accordingly. Now, there are many people out there who don't believe in personalizing and just believe in volume, but I am a huge fan of personalizing. I've noticed that whenever I personalize email, whenever I put efforts into it, the chances of them replying is much higher. I've seen 6 to 7 people responding out of 10 emails I send compared to just one or sometimes not even that whenever I send a generic template. The third important thing is the structure. And dude, this is the real deal. Right? People are, sometimes it amazes me that people are sending such big emails and expecting reply from it that people are going to read it. Dude, trust me, no one has time. The maximum time a person gives to an email is either 5 or 6 seconds at max. And if you're not able to show what you have to offer in those 6 seconds, probably no one's going to reply. I've seen people, and sometimes, and this was one of my friends who actually wrote it. He wrote a big paragraph of at least 20 to 25 lines, and probably the important thing in it might only be of 2 or 3 lines. So there is no need for you to write such big paragraphs or such big emails. Just make it straight to the point and make it skimmable. Now what skimmable means is it has proper spacing, and instead of clumping it in one big paragraph, you space it out properly. Now here's a good email structure that has given me results. You can probably copy it. The first is of course the salutation, and I keep it very simple. I say hey Tim or hey Akshat or whatever it is. I just write hi. That's all. Hi or hey is as simple as that. Second part is the personalized line that we spoke about. I usually research about the person. I research what they have done, what they like to do, and I try to put in a line accordingly. The third is the offer or what value I'm going to provide to them. And this is probably the biggest part of the email. It's probably 2, 3. I try to keep it under 2 or 3 lines only. I make it very quick. If the person is interested, they'll ask for more details, and I'll share more details accordingly. Right? And the fourth part is of course CTA, which is I usually ended up with. I would love to chat if you're available this Friday at 5 p.m. or this Saturday at 1 p.m. or a slot opened up for a call this Saturday 1 p.m. Would you like to hop on a call? And this is an action email that I've sent, and I've got a reply for this. Now this is another very smart cold email that I've seen, and of course it does not follow all my rules, but there is one interesting thing that you should see. This guy messaged the CEO of Snapchat because he wanted to intern there, and this guy must be 18, 19 something at that time, and he messaged directly the CEO of Snapchat to get an intern. Right, and you can see it here. It's a very short email. There are 2 things that I want you to take away from this email. Number 1 is kept it very simple, and this, once you read it, you realize, okay, this is not been sent by some bot. Even though there is no personalized line as such, nothing very formal, but you understand this is not sent by a bot. Second thing, he's kept it very short. He's just mentioned the important point. He's mentioned it in 3 bullet points. Programming since 8th grade, have most experience in blah blah blah. Want to intern for Snapchat? How? Simple. Right? And that is what the CEO at that time replied with. Hey, appreciate the brevity, which is how short it was. Copying Ona, our lead recruiter, thanks. As simple as that. Right? This is what I want you to understand. Respect the time of the other person and write it accordingly. Just make sure that you don't sound like a bot and you are keeping it short. In fact, I've also added a separate column in this sheet that we saw in the last video, where I mentioned the personalized line. So whenever I'm writing down the emails of people, I also add a section called personalized line, and I write the line right there. Right? It takes a little bit of time, but this helps. I'm telling you, you send 10 emails, I've received 6 to 7 emails just by personalizing the email and really making it warm. For example, if I was to write an email for myself, I recently posted on LinkedIn about how we got a 4x ROAS for one of our clients. And I've mentioned it there. So a recent post that you made about how Team Salt got 4x ROAS for a client. Love to see such great results from a brand or agency based out of Mumbai. See, I mentioned the Mumbai part because if I'm also from Bombay and the other person is also from Bombay, that gives a little bit warm intro. Accordingly, you can do the same, and you can use the entire sheet. I've put the link in the description, and go ahead with it. Now that's how you write killer cold emails that get good responses. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're liking the content that I put here that can help you boost your career or your freelancing career in general, make sure you subscribe to my channel and you hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I put a new video. Thank you so much, and I'll keep providing value as long as you guys keep supporting.